Hey folks, I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. The R stands for Rockin' the Country. Today it stands for Reba. It's actually my Rutgers alma mater. But I'm doing a gift request of Reba's song And Still. I don't know it. It was requested by Zach Barber, who made the gift to the channel. So Zach, first shout out to you. Thank you for that. And you said this is your favorite Reba song. And it also only made it to number 2. And I think this is the third song that you've gifted me to react to that made it to number 2. And I'm starting to think, you know, Reba should have an album. You know how everybody they've got the greatest hits, or they're like their number ones or whatever. Reba actually seems to have a lot of songs, obviously the one to number 1, but that made it to number 2. And maybe she should have an album out of like my number 2s, because I don't think I've ever seen an album like that. And you have to be a phenomenal artist to actually be able to put an album out that would have that many number 2s. Anyway, let's see what she's got. I don't know this song. Let's see why it's your favorite one, Zach. I hope I could do it some honor. Here we go.
Thousands of people live in this town, and I had to run into him when I saw him there on that busy street. Those feelings came back again. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
I hate that.
Walked up to me, looked in my eyes, and still the world stood still. I couldn't move, and all I could feel was this aching in my heart, saying I loved him still.
Yeah.
He said, how have you been? It's great to see you again. You're really a sight for sore eyes. I said, I can't complain. Oh, I'm doing fine. We talked as the people rushed by. We laughed about old times and all we went through. That's when he hugged me and said, I've missed you and still.
Wait. Part 2 of the song's coming up. I don't know if they're going to get back together again or not. I can tell you, those who follow the channel, I tell you about what happened with my divorce. And I'm like, this is what I wanted. I wanted to get back together. Like, is it going to? Isn't it? But she was way too determined not to. But I mean, those are those precarious moments. And I'm like, oh crap, how's this going to play out? For her sake, I hope they get back together, but I don't know.
The world stood still. I couldn't move, and all I could feel was this aching in my heart, saying I loved him still.
Okay.
That's when
They're
she
gonna say
walked
goodbye.
up to him.
Yep.
He said, this is my wife. I gave my best smile, but I was dying inside. He said, we gotta go now, it's getting late. It was so good to see you. And then they walked away, and still my world stood still. I couldn't move, and all I could feel
Sounds like thunder come crashing down. Yeah, and obviously there was passage of time because he's now remarried. That takes time. And, you know, she hadn't moved on yet. I mean, you think you move on, and you do, but I mean, that heart can revive thoughts, feelings. It's not uncommon in relationships when they break up that when you get that distance from yourselves, you tend to remember the good things. You can remember the bad things, but people can get back together and give it another shot. But then the things that annoyed one another, if you haven't changed or taken that personal inventory to say, this is what didn't work for the other person that I'm doing, and I'm going to change that. Now, it really shouldn't be that hard to change. You just have to want to get along with people more than you want to hold on to every part of your personality. You're going to hold on to certain things or certain habits because they work to, you know, but there's certain things you sacrifice for the relationship. And it doesn't mean if you sacrifice them, or in this case, he sacrifices those things for her, that it's going to work, because there's a lot to a relationship. This is one of those songs where you could just see them talking, and that it's sort of like a generic conversation. It's good to see you. Everything's fine, yada, yada, yada. But you know underneath, whenever we humans have a deep relationship with someone, you just don't go back to being generic, or it just doesn't work that way. I don't know how it works in the animal kingdom. I don't know how they can reconstruct memories and such. I mean, I've studied some of that, the way memory works and all. And, you know, animals don't have parts of the brain that humans do. They're not as developed where they can reconstruct memories in certain ways. And so maybe they just kind of move on. I don't know. But we humans, for better or worse, so help us God, it doesn't work that way for us. All right, Zach, I don't know if you've experienced this. You said this is your favorite song. Maybe you just love it in the way she sang it, because she did. This was an appropriately emotional song of Reba's. I mean, she can sing a ballad. We all know that. So, all right. And every song I've heard of Reba's is almost a song that could have been a crossover. And it's probably why she's so popular too, because people who like rock could like this. People who like any kind of nice, heartfelt ballad could like anything that Reba sings. Because I'm coming in with a 9.0, and it's because I relived so much of my divorce. Like when I got left, the divorce, the feelings, the thoughts, nothing like this rematerialized in my life. There was no re-meeting. I have not run into her since, but I could feel it. Those thoughts still cross my mind. What'll happen if I do see her again? You know, how will I be? What will happen? What feelings will come up? I have no freaking idea till it happens. So I don't know if this has happened to you, Zach, but thank you for the gift, and thank you for getting me all wound up, my friend. All right, folks. Thanks, Zach, for that. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video, and keep rocking the country.